Hey yo, what's up? Welcome to Real Strength, realstrengthma.com. Just touched my face. I just pulled rubber gloves off though. So it is Monday. Motivation Monday. Here's some thoughts, I guess. I don't know. I'm just taping. I don't really have anything to say. We just got word about from the governor. We're going to be shelter in place for a while. I also got word from my job that I am essential personnel, so that's good. I can keep working, stay busy. Got a lot done this weekend. I got to tell you, and I was like this in my old career. When shit hits the fan, I just feel at my best. Not that shit's hitting the fan right now, but things are out of the ordinary. The mundane day-to-day life, just kind of fucking playing the game and, you know, chasing green rectangles and you know, living the suburban life never really fulfills me or motivates me, unfortunately. But as soon as this shit kind of goes down, my brain starts to go into action and I start to prioritize what needs to get done, and I feel it makes me feel confident and capable of handling what's going to get thrown at us here. I think the mindset has to be willing to suffer worst case scenario, and unfortunately, as a father, you got to think about your kids. If this was me, single, Pike, you know, no wife, no kids, living in an apartment with my buddies, this would be a completely different mindset. It would be an inconvenience. But the good and bad of having a family is I feel extremely motivated and for a long time, and I've expressed this to my wife and friends, and they tell me to lighten up or whatever, and I'm not some prepper weirdo, even though those guys are in a good place right now. I've always said this American way is unsustainable. We keep getting softer, weaker, and less capable every year that goes by and every generation until some tragedy comes around and almost kind of resets the clock. And this comfort which we've had for a long time, 30, 50 years maybe, with being weak, with wanting special treatment because things are unfair. I think as a society, we need to be strong, and then we can take care of people in need and weak. But our personal constitution, our personal beliefs need to be no excuses, fucking drive on no matter what. Don't look for somebody to hold your hand or make excuses for you or pat you on the back. You just gotta fucking drive on. And that's gotta be my personal belief. I can't expect that from my society. I know there's just too many people. And there's people who are sick and weak and conditioned to not survive hard times. And it's our job, strong and capable, to help them and care about them and look out for them. And it starts with our kids, it starts with our home, it starts with our neighborhood. It's a goddamn shame. I have no relationship with the people who live in my immediate universe, in my neighborhood. I love my community, but my neighborhood, honestly, I don't even know their names, and it's sad. So, some things we've done to keep ourselves busy and what we're going to do going forward is definitely slow down on the drinking. Last few days, we've had a few beers and eaten some garbage food. Makes me feel like shit. So I kind of, we talked, all right, tomorrow Monday morning, let's get back to reality, and we have our plan, and we're going to execute our plan. We're all stocked up. We got what we need for a few weeks, and then we got some plans going forward. Long term, I started my garden yesterday. I'm gonna get everything planted over the next 48 hours. Start my seedlings. And now I'm really starting to look into the knowledge that we have laughed at and ignored for a long time, that our grandparents grew up with, conserving and taking care of your shit and learning how to be self-reliant, pickling, canning, growing your own food. I've wanted chickens for a long time. The wife said we can do it. So we're going to put ourselves in a better place, socially, emotionally, financially, preparedness-wise. Not everybody's going to be able to do that. So this is where we need to be part of your community. Reach out, find out. There's a lot of old folks in town that rely on services that may not be available soon. And more importantly, loneliness. People get lonely. They need to be around each other. So we got to find a way to continue to be who we are, Americans and good people, regardless of the politics and these assholes and the bullshit. And there's going to be some selfish people. There's going to be some greedy people. There's going to be some opportunistic scumbags that are going to look to take advantage of this time. This is why it's important that we have a plan. We think short and long term, just like with our fitness and nutrition. We be thoughtful about everything we're putting into our body, and that means into our ears and our mind, the news and all that stuff. Negative people. We need to be strong. We need to be the strongest we've ever been. I know my generation, this is the worst we've seen. And the reality is, and we have to be in the mindset of it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. But if you have a plan and a community, we should all be able to get through this if you're strong. And if you're not strong, you better get stronger. And, do what you can do for the people around you that need you. It's not the time to be selfish. That is all. Keep it real. Peace.